Modern Workplace Tips, Quick How-To Demos. Hi, I am your host, Michael Giannotti. As always, this is brought to you by PowerPoint Recording, the easy way to capture ideas and processes as shareable video. Today's Modern Workplace Tips is going to focus on controlling access to Microsoft Teams apps and connectors. Any views, opinions, and/or demos in this video are purely the expressions of Michael Giannotti and not my employer. Demos are as is, use at your own risk. Now on with the presentation. All right, so I had a question that came by way of a customer, and they said they had been looking at some things around the Office App Store and turning off access to apps and making it, be approved ones from administrators. But then they brought up Teams, and they said, in Microsoft Teams, is there a way to granularly allow access to or not to applications that show up in Microsoft Teams, because they didn't want to give everybody access to everything. And so there is a simple way that they wanted to allow their administrators and some others to be able to, go in and see those things administratively, but not have people in their team see them. So there is a way to do that, and it's fairly straightforward. You can script this stuff, but right here through the administrative interface, you can see here if we go down, we're in the admin center, we're going to go down to settings, select that, select services and add-ins. And this is going to give us a range of different applications. Now, you might be saying, well, why isn't that in the admin center as we're looking for Teams? And in fact, we're going to see where this is all going. But however, we're going to go ahead here and scroll down, click on Microsoft Teams. And you can see here it says important. We're moving Teams admin settings to the new Teams and Skype Business Admin Center. So they're actually unifying those. They're going to bring it all together. If you click, you can actually see it, and I have a quick view here. So we can see some of the settings that they're doing here. Org-wide setting, messaging policies, meeting policies, users, call analytics, call quality dashboard. There is a help article on how to control apps and services. But for today, we're still here. So coming back here, again, we went from the home and the admin center to services and settings and selected Microsoft Teams. And you can see here we have some settings that we can adjust below. One of those is this. It is apps. So when I click on that, you'll notice that I have both default apps, right, available first-party apps, and that includes a whole range of ones here, right? So we see Yammer, Wunderlist, Wikipedia search, website, weather, VSTS, Team Foundation server, stocks, SharePoint News, Power Apps, and much more. Dynamics, all that's available. We also have external apps. And so this says allow external apps in Microsoft Teams. And so I have that allowed. I have turned off allow side loading so they can't get around any settings I have. But now what I'm going to do here, we have external apps below, and you'll see we have all kinds of ones. Adobe, Agira, Bonusly. I mean, there is a slew, right, of different apps that are here. Here's that Salesforce connector, right? So they're all listed down below. And if I don't want to allow users to see particular apps until I explicitly give them, just come up here where it says name, right? We're going to deselect name there, and we'll deselect name here. Then that means that even though apps may appear in this list, until I explicitly select them, like I'm going to allow Bitbucket, and I'm going to allow App Studio, and I'm going to allow OneNote, until I explicitly choose those apps and then come down here and save those settings, those apps will not appear to them. However, my administrators here can come in and see the latest apps, can take a look, and when they approve them, simply select and add them to the list. That's first off. So let's go ahead. I'm going to set this back to what it was, but I do want to show you one additional piece. So that was apps. Right underneath apps is custom cloud storage. So many organizations have a multitude of cloud storage providers that they want to allow. Many of them lock it down. But having said that, if you want to link in additional potentially non-Microsoft cloud storage, this is where that's done. And so here you can see that I can add additional ones. For example, I can allow them to tie in Box via Box account, Dropbox, Google Drive, and ShareFile. So if you don't want to allow that, be sure, and the reason why I highlight that, if you're turning off apps, then you probably want to control the cloud storage you're going to allow people to tie into their teams. You can simply come in here, turn those off, and turn on the ones that you want to allow. By default, OneDrive is a part of it because, well, it's part of one, and SharePoint because that's part of 365. So I hope this has helped you see how you can easily turn apps on and off. I'll provide a link with the video to directions around this, but it's fairly straightforward. So that was it. Easy peasy. If you want to, control those apps, again, go into the admin center, go down to those services, and then select teams. And under there, you can select, just go to the top part, you deselect name for both the default and then the external apps. And then you can go and explicitly add those as you are ready administratively for your users. I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you found this helpful. As always, if you do have questions, you can find me online and feel free to reach out on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/in/Mike Giannotti. On Facebook, I'm at facebook.com/Michael Giannotti. On Twitter, I'm at twitter.com/Giannotti. And if you want to see pictures of my vacations, goofy stuff, as well as technical things, you can follow me on Instagram at instagram.com/mgiannotti. So that's been it for today's Modern Workplace Tips. I want to thank you for joining me. This has been Michael Giannotti bidding you have a great day. Take care, and as always, ciao.